What's up, guys? This is Joe, otherwise known as Catching BTC on Twitter. This is a crypto market overview where I'm going to overview some of the large cap cryptocurrencies, namely Ethereum, Litecoin, and anything else I'm sort of feeling on the day. And I think we'll have a quick look at Monero today alongside these other two large caps. If you follow along with my Bitcoin Watch videos, you know, the large cap cryptocurrencies really move in a very similar way, if not just a bit more violently than Bitcoin, just because of the lack of, not the lack of liquidity, but the smaller market cap. The smaller market cap just means that price swings happen a lot quicker and more violently than something with a higher market cap, and that's just simply because there's less people in the market. So if we just look at the important levels here, I'm not going to put the bear market retracement on just simply because I think the 236 was here and we didn't actually break above it, so we're still just in the actually I'll put it on, but this is a good I'll put it on only because it will show you guys how infant we are in this bear market. I mean, this is the 236. We pushed above it, sort of got to the 382, and now we're back below it. So again, in terms of retracements of price, we're still very infant in this bull market, and so it should be even more sort of convincing for you to be trading the market right now and getting into positions. But levels, again, still haven't changed since my last crypto market overview. Really, it was, originally I was targeting the 382, but I had my stop because I'm in a long-term position, below this 618. Because the market was allowed to go this low, it's relatively normal. It's quite normal to dip below to 618, just to confirm the direction of the upcoming market. So, I mean, this was a beautiful little test in this zone, I will say. Really nice. I mean, we got this big dip here, and all these buyers stepped in and pushed the market straight back up. And if you come back to test it a bit, we've made a higher low. And then we've also made another higher low, and it's kind of looking the same as Bitcoin right now. And this to me looks like it's over. This retracement's over. I won't lie to you. It looks like we have completed this consolidation down, and we're now looking for a move up. And Ethereum looks the same. I mean, it's all the large cap cryptocurrencies right now are basically sitting on this 618 retrace on quite a important Fibonacci level, as well as moving average level. They're all sitting around the 200 moving average. Yeah, so look, we're seeing at the 618 on Ethereum, as well as a pretty important horizontal resistance, where we're going to have the most buyers stepping in terms of the long-term direction of the market. So they're all sitting at a pretty important level, 618. And I just think, the amount of buyers I've seen step in and how we sort of just consolidate around this price area, I could easily see us sort of trending back up, maybe on one last dip down, just more deep into this 618 zone, maybe just getting everyone back into the market in terms of long-term investors before we see a move back up. But again, that's really not going to be a huge price swing in terms of the long-term price. So in terms of the risk reward right now, the risk reward ratio is very high. I mean, if you're trading in this zone, just stop down here below the 718. I mean, that's a loss of 28% for returns of a whole lot more. So it's just playing the risk reward at the right time in the market. So if you do have some spare cash, it's not financial advice, but any spare cash I have right now, I'm putting into these large cap cryptocurrencies as a stop below this horizontal resistance here, because I'm pretty bullish on the market. So again, so we're seeing the 200 moving average, we're seeing at the 618, we've tested this horizontal support resistance zone. It was our first test, it was a very nice reaction. Litecoin sitting in the same position. I'm really quite bullish on the market in terms of price targets, some simple price targets coming out of there. So my long term sort of take profits are around the 618 here. This sort of zone coming in here, I'll be taking a chunk out of my Litecoin. But, in terms of closer targets, if you're in here, I'll be taking profits at the highs. Then obviously we've got this 1.618 extension, so we're going to see people that have entered in here taking most of their profits, well, a chunk of their profits here, and the rest of them up here, before we sort of reload on the next market move. So again, that's the exact same for Ethereum. Although Ethereum is going, I think it's there's a lot more fundamental factors in Ethereum which affect its price, whereas Litecoin is sort of acting a bit more similar to Bitcoin. Yeah, so yeah, this isn't the highs, but I'd be taking profits here on any long position I'm in. In terms of next levels I'll be looking at, it's probably be about here. We've got 2618 close here, as well as the horizontal support and resistance, and I'm sure macro fib levels as well. Yeah, so we've got the 236 and the 382 on the retracement there, so that's a good place to look to exit the market from this long position if you are in it as of currently. Yeah, so that's just a quick overview of those. The Ethereum as well, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but again, it's sitting on this 200 moving average, which as a trend trader, if the market's changed trend, you'd really want to be entering here. At least the 100 moving average, we shot down through that straight to 200 moving average. So I think we're going to get most of the trend traders already in the market now. And then the final institutional buyers will be at this horizontal support and resistance. And we'll have a quick look at Monero, because Monero is pretty similar. This is a coin that I'm pretty heavily invested in. In terms of infancy and stages in its market cycle, this coin is very infant. I mean, we didn't even test the 236. At least on Ethereum, we've sort of got there, and with Litecoin, we got up to the 382. So in terms of infancy in its market cycle, this coin is very infant, and we're not really going to see huge price swings in this until we've got euphoria essentially from retail buyers sort of missing out on this move up. I'm pretty heavily into this coin. I believe in its fundamental. It's one of the only decentralized projects out there. There is competitors such as Dash, ZEC, and Ren, but they are not decentralized. Their market cap can be controlled, inflated, printed, and when you get to that sort of aspect of cryptocurrencies, you have to remember that makes it no different to a fiat currency. That's the whole reason Bitcoin has such a high market cap. It's because they're a decentralized store of value. No one can alter its price in a way. No one can inflate its value, more like I should be saying. And if a project's decentralized, its growth's going to be slower, but it's going to be healthy growth. Whereas these centralized projects, like I will say its name, Ripple, it's just being absolutely terrible. Its price is just doing horrific because Ripple is only interested in money. It's centralized. It can be inflated. It can be deflated. Its market cap can be pumped up. It can be pumped down. It's just not a project you want to be in. So I'm really big on decentralized projects, and Monero is really the only other large cap in the top 10 that is decentralized. And I feel, for me, as the crypto market expands, that's really going to be quite an important fundamental driver as to which products do the best. Yeah, if we put some Ciber, this is probably the cleanest Elliott wave example I've seen in the market right now. Everything else is a bit more choppy than this. So we've got this 5 impulse wave to sort of signify the trend change in the market, and then we've got this really clean ABC corrective wave back down to the highs made at 1 and the lows sort of made at 4, which is usually what you'd see at an ABC retracement. So just the market structure in these large cap cryptocurrencies, it's just so fundamentally perfect for me right now that I just think the risk rewards on these trades are just amazing. And Litecoin, USD, and Ethereum sort of have the same Elliott wave structure. It's a bit more choppy, a bit messy. Ethereum's got a fairly nice structure in comparison, but Litecoin is a bit more choppy. So you can see this ABC wave here, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave up here. So for me, you know, everything's looking insanely bullish right now, despite the retracement. And I think this is the point where long-term buyers are stepping in and have stepped in already. So if you're looking to invest long-term, these are the price levels that you are wanting to step in on. But anyway, guys, that was just a quick crypto market overview of some of the large caps and what I'm expecting in the future. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.